Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video. In this video, we got ourselves the official reveal trailer for the game that is going to be coming out on November 13th this year. We see a ton of campaign information, of course, but then we actually finish off the trailer with a multiplayer teaser. This game looks absolutely incredible. Everything you're seeing is on the PlayStation 5 gameplay. Of course, what we always do with every single one of these breakdown videos is I show you guys the full trailer in its entirety with no commentary at all. But if you did miss the event, I will have a full video on that earlier today that showed every single thing during the event that was earlier today. So anyways, I hope you guys go to enjoy this trailer. This game looks absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for November 13th. And if you guys want to stay up to date with absolutely everything Black Ops Cold War related, hit that subscribe button so you never miss any single news related video. And I'll see you guys all at the end of the trailer.
This war was a lie. Years of blood. Just to light the fuse of a secret war. Decades in the making.
My fellow Americans, a nuclear conflict could well be mankind's last. We want to make this a more peaceful world.
5 days ago, we acquired intel. The Soviet agent Perseus is in play. If he's active, something big is gonna happen. Something that could shift the balance of the Cold War.
Let's go find this shithead. Toss.
Mr. President, is the threat real? Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. I know you won't fail us.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare, including Warzone.
So there we go, guys. That is going to do it for the trailer. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The game looks absolutely incredible. One of the best looking Call of Duty games ever, not even close. Of course, it's going to look great because it's on PlayStation 5 gameplay. So of course it's going to look great. But we have not a ton to break down here, but we still still have quite a bit to break down nonetheless. So basically, this beginning section just shows off the end of Black Ops 1's campaign, because this is of course a sequel, which means it's right after the Black Ops 1 campaign, but of course in the campaign itself it's actually about 10 years after the Black Ops 1 campaign. But we see of course the Vietnam War, which I'm not sure how much of the Vietnam War is actually going to be within this game. There's a lot of talk that it's going to be not really focused around there, but I assume that they're going to have some of the Vietnam War within this game as well, because the game appears to be taking place within the late 1970s, which is when, of course, Vietnam was still going on. So here we see the dates, and we go through 1974, 77, all the way up to 1981, which, of course, Vietnam is over by this point. So the game apparently takes place, for the most part, within 1981. We see, of course, some Reagan's presidential speeches here, some more historically accurate stuff, which is 100% going to be within this campaign. This campaign is more historically accurate than normal. And here we see the main character of the game. His name is Adler, and he is basically the in charge of tracking down this Soviet spy Perseus, alongside Mason, Woods, Hudson, and other characters like that. So this is basically the protagonist who could turn into the enemy of the game. We never know, but we'll have to see. I'm not sure if this is a playable character or if this is the character that's in charge of the playable character within the game, if that makes any sense at all. So here we see the protagonist of the game, I believe, and we see sort of a bunker here where, you know, they're talking about this Perseus character, and there's pictures of him here, and we actually get our very first view of him, I believe, right here in this image right here, the guy holding the gun right there. I think this might be Perseus, quote unquote, but I'm not positive on that. It just appears to be that character, which is very, very, very interesting. Yeah, goes ahead and executes. Now this is obviously Berlin. This is the Berlin Wall right here. I think this is indicating the east side, and then this is indicating the west side. Obviously, you can see that this is a very, very interesting picture here, because this is honestly a very, very you have to look into the meaning of this, but basically it's saying, oh, this is the nice Western democracy that's all colorful and pretty, and then this is the dark, gloomy communism, Eastern communism type of thing. That's basically what I get from this image here, and it's kind of a very interesting art form and an interesting image that they decided to pick for this trailer. Might be looking too far into it, but then nonetheless it still looks like that. Again, here we see more campaign gameplay here. Not sure if this is playing as Perseus or if this is playing as somebody else. I'm very interested to see how this campaign goes, whether we play as Perseus only, whether we play as, or whether it mixes, or how this game exactly will go. But nonetheless, it looks very, very interesting here. Again, another action scene here. Most of the trailers are like that, and I think this character here, the shadowy character right here, we got to see a very brief view of, this might be Perseus as well. Again, I'm not positive on that, but it looks very, very similar, and looks very, very, very interesting as well. Very, very ominous with this character here. But here we see this Adler character again, not sure if this is a playable character or if this is someone who's in charge of you playing the game, but again, we'll have to see here very soon. But I mean, just look at the graphics here. We see the boy Alex Mason right here, and we see his friend Frank Woods here as well. Again, they look a little bit different, of course, because they're switching up the actors, but they again look very, very similar nonetheless. And this basically shows them after they fought in Vietnam, which is very, very interesting. So we get our first introduction to those characters here as well. Again, we see a lot of action-packed things here, which is very interesting. I need to look at my world history and see what wars happened during the 1980s around the world, but I know that there wasn't a direct United States conflict during this period of time, as far as I'm concerned, or a global military war at this time in history. Again, I'm not positive on that. I need to look in my world history a little bit before I can say that for certain. But nonetheless, we see some CIA operations here nonetheless, and here we see Woods and our very, very first weapon. And I'm actually going to go back and pause that when I see it again. There it is. Kind of a bad pause there. Let's pause it right now. And that, you saw a very brief, I'm very, very bad at pausing, but this looks to me like either the Galil or the M16. Looks very, very interesting. I'm going to try and get a perfect image of this. It's just a very, very hard thing to get an image of. Let me actually get that down to 0.25. See if that's a little bit easier to get a pause on. And there it is. And I accidentally went out of it. Great. That's not good. All right, let's go back here. But there we go. There's a good view of it. It looks, no, this looks like, this is the Commando. This is 100% the Commando returning. I said this in my, well, actually, you didn't actually see that video, but I made a Black Ops Cold War wishlist video that unfortunately didn't get uploaded because the quality wasn't good. But I asked for the Commando to come back, and look at that. The Commando is coming back. Thank goodness. Hopefully, it's the best gun in the game. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. I cannot wait. That is the Commando. Our very, very first gun within Black Ops Cold War is officially shown here. Then we see ourselves the ACOG scope, which looks very interesting. Of course, we'll see if that's viable, but as you can see here, you can have a very clear, a very clear sight of the areas around you, which is very, very nice. It looks very, 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 very good here. As you guys know, in previous Call of Duty games, there would be kind of a little bit of a blur around here, but it looks very, very, very clear within this trailer, which is very, very interesting as well. So again, here we see this shadowy figure, whether or not this is Perseus, or if this is some other character, I don't know. But this looks to me like the M1911 pistol or some other version of a pistol like that, because these guys look obviously like, I think these are Berlin Wall security guards from the Russian side or the eastern side of the Berlin Wall. So I'm not sure exactly what type of weapon this is, but this is a new pistol as well within the game. But as you can see, the graphics are absolutely incredible. The way he's holding the weapon is extremely realistic. The way the gun fires looks very, very realistic, and there's actually no blur at all around the aim down sights. Thought I would point that out just because of the fact that it's something that tends to happen quite a bit in older Call of Duty games, that there would be a specific blur, whether it would be on the bicycle back here or whether it would be on this character here. That looks to be no blur within the campaign at all, which is very, very cool. We see ourselves the AK-47 there very, very briefly, and this looks to me like the Galil from Call of Duty Black Ops 1, which is very, very cool. So taking a look at that weapon there, that could be a completely different weapon, but looks very, very cool nonetheless. And I think that is the Galil within modern Black Ops Cold War, which is very, very cool. So again, we see the return of the RCXD coming back. Of course, you guys already knew that this was going to be coming back into the game. The RCXD is a very, very, very nostalgic kill streak from Black Ops 1 all the way through till Black Ops 4. And of course, it was definitely going to be returning into this game. There was a no-brainer there. Definitely going to be a multiplayer kill streak also, but of course it looks like it's going to have some use in the campaign also. Very, very, very cool. So again, continuing on here with the trailer, we see some cinematics, of course. There's an M1911 pistol right there, and again, another look at the AK-47. Hopefully the AK-47 is a great gun. That was my favorite gun in Black Ops 1, so hopefully it's a very, very good gun as well. Here we see a look at President Reagan right here, looking very, very, very cool. Here we see ourselves a sniper, which I'm not sure if that's the L96 or what sniper that is going to be, but again, we'll see when the game comes out, of course, what weapon that is, but it looks very, very cool. Now, this is a very interesting thing. I know that this is historically accurate, but I have no idea what this ginormous building is. What it is, I have no idea, but it looks very, very cool nonetheless. And looks like we're about to raid this compound, boys and girls. Looks like we're about to raid that compound, which looks very, very cool. Here we see a new look at the brand new Hudson, and the reason that I said the voice actors are different is because this is not the same Hudson voice actor. It's similar, but very, very different as well. But there's a look at Hudson, the man himself, and President Reagan, of course, looking absolutely incredible. Not sure who this is, probably some military official that was not really going to be involved within the campaign, but again, very, very cool nonetheless. Again, here we see this Adler character, more vehicles and stuff like that, and that is pretty much it for this trailer. So as we can see, there's Adler here, so it looks like we're not going to be playing as him, but we're going to be helping him and working for him, and he's basically going to be the guy you follow within the campaign, essentially. And here we see what I believe is the AK-74U in all of its beautiful glory. And I wanted to point out something. Actually, I didn't show you that, or I think I might have skipped through that on accident. Yeah, I skipped through that on accident. No, I didn't. Never mind. I thought I skipped that, but I did not. Here we see ourselves, I think this is the MG of some kind, an LMG of some kind, but I'm not really sure. We see ourselves the C4, which looks very interesting. I wonder if this is going to be how the lethal within the multiplayer will look like. I guess we'll have to see come very, very soon. Again, we see ourselves the AK-47 right here as well. More cinematic images here. There was a little bit of a jungle shown there as well. More Vietnam War, so it looks like the Vietnam War is going to have a little bit of a presence within this campaign as well. Probably for some backstory of the campaign. And we see ourselves I think this is an AK-47 or some specific rifle type weapon, and that is pretty much it for the campaign part of this trailer. Of course, they always have something dropping on the characters in these trailers, it seems like. But here we can see, once again, we see Alex Mason here, as well as Frank Woods, looking very, very nice and beautiful next gen. Again, there's President Reagan there as well. I think they used the exact voice actor for President Reagan for this game, because he's definitely still alive. So I think they actually used him, which is very, very interesting and very, very cool as well. And there we go. There is the full campaign portion of the trailer, but we are not done, my friends. We have a little bit more to cover here. Of course, you can, if you pre-order a digital copy and get open beta early access, first on PlayStation 4. So I'm sure you can get that open beta access through pre-ordering through a physical version, but as current news, it says that you have to get a digital version for the game to actually have the game be on the next gen or to get access to the open beta early, I guess. And of course, this is first on PS4, which officially confirms that DLCs, stuff like that, potentially will be first on PlayStation 4, just so that you guys are aware of that as well. And then of course, if you pre-order, you get access to this within Modern Warfare and Warzone, and this looks to be the an M4 blueprint of the M16 Cold War version of that. Very, very cool. And now we are getting into the multiplayer stuff, which is super, super exciting. We don't know that this is multiplayer, but we know that this is multiplayer. Basically, it's completely obvious that this is multiplayer. And this looks to be a desert map, whether this is in Texas or whether this is out of the country, I have no idea. But now we can see ourselves our operator, because their operators are returning through a leak. Operators are returning within Modern Warfare or Black Ops Cold War's campaign, or multiplayer, sorry. So here we see this dude running around, and here we see a very, very first look at multiplayer action. So I want to try and get through this as slowly as possible, and I forgot that if you double tap on that, it does that. So we'll go ahead and do this. But here is, I think, which is the Galil. And I want you to notice what it's like to aim down sights. Again, no blur. Well, there's a little bit of blur. There's a little bit of blur around here, but look how clear that sight is. And the gun mechanics, the guns appear to have quite a bit of recoil within this game from this little image here. So that's very, very interesting. I think this is actually a ground war map, if I'm not mistaken. Through the leaks, which I will do an in-depth video on, that I will leave this link down below in the description of this video, but also I will do a dedicated video to it. It said that there was a desert ground war map, and as you can see here, there's a dune buggy straight from PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which looks very, very, very cool in this giant wide open desert map. Looks very, very cool. And here we see the nostalgia, the massive, massive amounts of nostalgia right here in the opening of the door to release the chopper gunner kill streak from Black Ops 1 that is returning into this game. But here we can see an overview of the map. There's some buildings back up here, but for the most part, it seems to be a very wide open map, which is very, very cool. And this could be campaign, but I'm 99% sure that this is multiplayer, because they wouldn't show that at the end of the trailer. So the chopper gunner streak is officially returning. Everything looks absolutely incredible within this game. Here's the look at the napalm strike kill streak, which is returning, and now we see the dates, and that is it for the trailer. So there we go, guys. That's going to do it for my full Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War trailer breakdown. There was a lot of stuff to cover here, and I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. The game looks absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait for this game to come out and the beta. Either we have no beta official dates yet, but just know that it is probably going to be either in October or late September, but probably for the multiplayer reveal, which will be on September 9th. I will actually try and stream that. I probably won't just have a video on the live stream, but we'll just have to see what happens there. But nonetheless, after the multiplayer reveal event concludes, we'll probably know exactly when the game or the beta will come out. I assume it'll be in the middle of October or early October. We'll just have to see what happens there. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are about Black Ops Cold War so far. I think the game looks absolutely incredible and will be an absolute success. I have no doubt about it at all. Whether or not the multiplayer is good in my eyes or not, I think the game will still be successful because of how successful Modern Warfare was, even though the multiplayer was a little bit iffy. Either way, it doesn't matter. Black Ops Cold War looks absolutely amazing. I will have more news videos maybe later today, but if I don't get any more videos out today, I will have more news videos for you guys tomorrow. Very, very, very exciting times if you're a Call of Duty fan, and I hope you guys are excited as well. But as I said in the beginning, if you guys want to stay up to date on absolutely everything Black Ops Cold War news, information, gameplay for this year, hit that subscribe button, and I will have those videos out for you guys to stay up to date on absolutely everything. But anyways, I will see you all on another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon.